developed government the country has ever seen. Our next pledge is Empowered Women, Prosperous Meghalaya. Like I said, within 100 days after forming the government, Meghalaya TMC government will ensure that a direct transfer of 1,000 rupees monthly and 12,000 rupees yearly to a woman of every household as guaranteed universal income support under the MFI for the Women Empowerment Scheme. Next, our next pledge is social security. Now, under social security for all, we have 4 important points to make before all of you. Number 1, all social welfare pensions and schemes will be increased to the tune of 1,000 rupees per month. The present government and the pensions that they have been allocating or giving to a certain amount, certain sections of the people in the society, not everyone, it's not universal. It is to the tune of 500, 550, 650 rupees a month. But keeping the skyrocketing fuel prices and the rising inflation in mind, we have taken a decision that all social welfare schemes to be increased at 1,000 rupees a month and 12,000 rupees annually, doubling the financial assistance to whether it's the PWD or the single mothers, widows or the senior citizens. And the second point I'm trying to make under the Social Security for All is a social security scheme which will go by the name of Meghalaya Unite. Now, what does Meghalaya Unite stands for? Meghalaya Unite is Meghalaya Unorganized Sector Training and Empowerment Scheme. For all the 280,000 unorganized sector workers, to provide them with skill training, to provide them free healthcare, to give them term life insurance, and also provident fund benefits. Now, the financial burden that will be on the exchequer to implement the scheme will only be 168 crores per annum, which is not even 2% of the annual budget. 25% increase in grants for healthcare, education assistance, death benefit, marriage assistance, and disability pension to workers under the Meghalaya Building and Construction Workers Welfare Board. And also e-ration cards for all, and resurvey in the districts to increase the number of beneficiaries covered, ensuring every deserving household receives the PDS benefits. Our next pledge is Better Produce and Happy Farmers. Under Better Produce and Happy Farmers, a 10,000 rupees annual financial assistance to all farmers in the state through the introduction of the new scheme, which will go by the name of FARM, F-A-R-M. And what does FARM stands for? Farmers Assistance for Rural Meghalaya. Under this scheme, I again reiterate, a financial assistance of 10,000 annually will be extended to 210,000 farmers registered in the state, irrespective of their land holding. The total budget proposed for this scheme, if all the farmers of this state avail it, will stand at 85 crore rupees only. Farm centers in all districts of the state for one-stop assistance to the farmers from productions to sales. Farm crop insurance policies covering all crops, including horticulture crops, to ensure zero loss to the farmers. Our next pledge is holistic healthcare for all. Now, under holistic healthcare for all, we will ensure that maternal and child care centers in every block to provide efficient prenatal and postnatal services. Shortage of specialist staff and equipments to be bridged at all PHCs and CHCs in the state to make them at least 100% functional in the days to come. Currently, you know that there are only 28 CHCs against the requirement of 41 CHCs. The PHCs and CHCs will be strengthened and made 100% functional to improve the delivery of healthcare services at the grassroots. We will ensure establishment of new medical colleges and ensuring quality tertiary healthcare facilities across the state. 25% increase in healthcare cover for senior citizens under Meghalaya Health Insurance Scheme. 60 medical shops, one in each block, to be set up to provide medicines at 20% subsidy. We have done this in West Bengal, and West Bengal is the only state to do this. So if you are able to do this in Bengal, we will do this in Meghalaya too. Then comes quality education for children. A direct benefit transfer of 1,200 rupees annually, 1,200 rupees annually to the families of all school-going children registered in government-run schools to cover the cost of books, stationeries and other study materials. Each block to have a model school, immediate upgradation of school, infrastructure in all districts, doubling the number of seats for teacher training in the state. Now next place, an extremely important one, is robust civic amenities for residents. When we talk about civic amenities, the first thing that comes to our mind are roads, drinking water, infrastructure. So the first commitment that we make under the robust civic amenities for residents pledge is we will ensure there is a facilitation of piped drinking water connections to every household, with a target of 100% households having piped water connections. Additional 3 lakh households in the state will have piped water facilities. The second is revival and overhaul of MECL to create resilient infrastructure for uninterrupted power supply to every household. The next is all 6,459 villages across the state of Meghalaya will be connected with black-topped motorable roads and upgradation of major arterial roads to all-weather roads. This is extremely important. I reiterate that under civic amenities for residents, we will ensure that all 6,459 villages in Meghalaya to be connected with black-topped motorable roads, and also upgradation of major arterial roads to all-weather roads. The entire 20,993 kilometer stretch of unsurfaced rural roads will be converted into black-topped motorable roads to provide all-weather connectivity. And also, as shown in the video, we will take up the Shillong Ring Road project in mission mode, which connects the eastern and western bypass, to be completed as soon as possible to ease the persistent traffic snarls in the city, to enhance regional connectivity and decongest traffic in parts of Shillong. This project will be completed at the earliest without any human or environmental costs. Our next pledge is Meghalaya's glory: music, sports, culture and tourism. Mission Sports to identify, train and promote talent at the block level. Each district will have a state-of-the-art multi-purpose stadium. All 12 districts will have, in the next 5 years, these stadiums, and we will try to target 2-3 districts on yearly basis, ensuring that all 12 districts are covered and every district has a state-of-the-art stadium in the next 5 years. State's first sports university will be set up with an additional and corpus of 10 crores to assist the 22 registered state sports association and recognized sports club under them. Meghalaya Music Promotion Board will be started, and we will set up the state's musicians through training and assistance with a vision of taking the local music to the global stage. Establishment of a cultural tourism circuit through identification and promotion of cultural and ecological hotspots in every district. Interest-free loans up to the tune of 2 lakhs to local communities to set up homestays and conduct the sustainable tourism activities, and this will only be done at a mere cost of 1 crore annually. This is nothing. So establishment of a cultural tourism circuit through identification and promotion of a cultural and ecological hotspots in every district to boost the tourism industry. Our next pledge is honor to traditional institutions and sacred land. A holistic village administration bill in consultation with the ADCs and traditional headmen to uphold and protect the traditional institutions to be introduced. Effective and immediate implementation of Meghalaya Residents Safety and Security Act 2016 across the state to ensure a comprehensive registry of all legal tenants. Private member bill. In the union government, we have already, in the union parliament, we have already taken this up. Legislators from this very state went, protested, made it a point to flag this with the union government. Our parliamentarians, both within and outside the house, have raised this several times. But we want to assure you that a private member bill in the union parliament for immediate recognition of Khasi and Garo languages through their inclusion in the 8th schedule of the constitutions will be ensured. The border MOU, last but not the least, the border MOU signed with the government of Assam will be revoked as and when Meghalaya TMC forms the government, and police checkposts at all strategic border areas to be set up to address this issue of unwarranted surrender of land to Assam and protect the residents in border villages, and border MOUs signed with the government of Assam will be revoked. So these are the 10 pledges that we make before you, and we want to assure you that all these 10 pledges will be honored as and when TMC forms the government on the 2nd of March, when the results come out and the state is ready to welcome a change with open arms. I would ask my friends in the media, if you have any questions to ask, I will be happy to answer them. But please ask them one by one, and before asking them, please introduce yourself.
I have one question.
Yes, one by one, please.
Excuse me.
But do you really need to keep your booms here, because I'm using this?
No, it's plastic. It is plastic here.
Oh, I see.
Lot of reverb, lot of echo.
Please go ahead.
Just hold on. Abhira.
I write for the Meghalaya Guardian.
It's over here, audible.
Yeah, I have this question to your manifesto. In your manifesto, you have mentioned about implementation of the MRSSA. But why is your manifesto silent on the inner line permit, which is a long pending demand of the people of the state of Meghalaya?
I've answered this question before, that it's an extremely sensitive issue, and we will take all the stakeholders, their feedback, their suggestion into consideration. We will have a deliberate consultation with each and every resident of the state, everyone, and then come to a conclusion and do what is in best interest of the people of the state.
Jose here with the Meghalaya Monitor. Here.
Sorry sir, can't see you.
There is an observation by the CM Kundran Sangma that your soaps and freebies will bring additional debt burden to the state. What is your response?
As I clearly stated, that if you want to implement these 10 pledges, you will not incur any additional debt on the state exchequer. You only need to have that honest intent to work for the people. And starting from we scheme to my scheme, all these are not even 2%, 3% of the budget. So there will be no additional debt which will go and the onus will lie on the state government. You just need correct and honest intentions to do holistic and make sure that you're able to do all-round development and work for all phases of all walks of people across the state.
To supplement,
Sir, I'm Afaq, I work for the show.
Hi.
Yesterday, Conrad Sangma has said that most of your leaders will leave the party.
Most of
your leaders.
Most of our leaders?
Yeah.
Okay.
If TMC goes the 2023 elections, you just need a commitment.
So with all due respect, with extreme grace and humility, I would thank him for, thank him for believing in market rumors, like he allegedly claimed. It's very unbecoming of a chief minister to believe and listen to what the market agents and the market rumors are. And you hardly found time in the last 5 years to stand by the people of your state. So if you're only talking bad about the people of the state, you're ending up belittling the people of Meghalaya, you're ending up denigrating the people of this very state, you're ending up trash talking about your own colleagues. That is extremely unbecoming of a chief minister. So I can only tell him to concentrate in his campaign. Now NPP no more is National People's Party, it has become National Puppets Party. It is established, and it's only a matter of time when this My Development Alliance government is ousted and a true government which will work towards the all-round development of a state is established. It's only a matter of time. This proves that he is perplexed, is bewildered, is scared, and he is rattled.
One question. One question.
Please, one by one. Hi.
Yeah, well, I'm Purvansha Vitijarji and I work for News 18 and also I edit Meghalaya News 24. So my question is, since it is predicted that no single party is getting majority in next election, so how are you planning to implement your manifesto? Because if
No, who's predicting? We are not astrologers. We should leave it to the judgment and wisdom of the people of Meghalaya. How can we predict? How can we predict that who is getting what number of seats? You never know. We should leave it. A government has been given chance. They have worked for 5 years. And the party which was in the opposition has tried to stand by the people. The people of Meghalaya have seen their performance as well. Now every political party in a democracy has got the right and the chance to go to the people of the state and tell them what they did with their report card. Now let it be left to the judgment and understanding and the wisdom of the people to take a call when the result comes out on the 2nd of March. Alright? I hope that answers this question.
the NPP recently
Yes.
had termed your V card and my card as Baki card. Your reaction to that?
I have no reaction. I am here, like I said, it's not a promise, it's a pledge. We have done it in West Bengal, we will do it in Meghalaya. We have ensured, and you'll be surprised to know that when we went for polls, when we released the manifesto before the Bengal elections, our honorable chairperson said, we're only promising to give to one woman in every household. After coming to power in 3 months, she has made sure that every woman of the state is covered in that scheme. So it can literally happen in Meghalaya too, you never know. But that's for sure that every household and one woman for every household will get a DBT of 1,000 rupees monthly and 12,000 rupees annually. And it will be the first decision that the cabinet will take, and it will not even take 100 days. It will be executed in the first 2 weeks after forming the government, I can assure you. Yes.
I'm Ratnadeep from NDTV. Yesterday, Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma had told that basically he considers your party to be a party of outsiders, as you were referring as well. Because in Bengal campaign, when TMC had tagged BJP as a party of Bohiragatos or outsiders. So in the same light, in the same breath, he thinks that if BJP was a party of Bohiragato in Bengal, then TMC is a party of Bohiragato in Meghalaya politics. This is my first question. Second question, apart from Meghalaya, you are also contesting in Tripura. While we see in Meghalaya there is a sustained build-up, it is completely missing in Tripura as far as we see. Number two, are you open to alliance with regional parties in Tripura? Because one of the prominent regional parties have given an offer to all the national parties of alliance on their terms of a separate state.
Sir, I'll only answer your question in context with the Tripura elections when I'm in Tripura. But having said that, we are extremely serious about fighting elections wherever we go. You see, Meghalaya, Nagaland and Tripura elections are happening simultaneously at the same time. And we are also leaving no stone unturned wherever, as a General Secretary of the party, I can tell you that wherever Trinamool is starting their journey, we are leaving no stone unturned and fighting the election with all our might available at our disposal. Number two, the question you asked, that Trinamool has been labelled as an outsider party. You see, Mukul Sangma, Charles Springrove, are they outsiders? I say this on record in front of camera, making a proper eye contact with you, that Meghalaya will be ruled by Meghalayans. Don't steal your side, sir. Meghalayans will be ruled by Meghalayans. Will BJP have the guts to come in Bengal and say Bengal will be ruled by Bengal? Will BJP have the guts to come to Bengal and say, will BJP have the guts, any national leader for BJP for that matter will have the guts to come to Meghalaya and say, Meghalaya will not be ruled from the ivory towers of Delhi or Guwahati. Meghalaya will be ruled from Garo, Khasi and Jaintia. Let BJP come and say, I will apologize to every Meghalayans with folded hands. Alright?
Sir, East Mojo here, Princess. I wanted to ask, one of your 10 pledges also bans on scientific mining. However, we see that this present government is already working on that, and they have also clearly stated that it is these very leaders who are there in the TMC who were there back then in 2014 when the ban was imposed. However, they didn't touch or work on it, and now that this government has taken credit for implementing scientific mining.
No, so we'll formulate a scientific policy making sure that mining is sustainable in the long run, and also it doesn't endanger the lives of the people involved in the mining. So once we have made that pledge, that will be kept. Be rest assured.
Well, I have another question. We have seen that present government, incumbent government, has faced many allegations of corruption and scams. So whether if TMC comes to power, whether the leaders of this present government will be tried because of this alleged corruption?
You're talking about the state government here?
Yes.
Yes, definitely. If someone who has taken people's aspirations for granted, someone who has taken the mandate for granted and deliberately decided to sit over things and doing nothing, they will be taken to task. All perpetrators will be taken to task and brought to book, and ensure that Meghalaya is able to emerge as a model state in the days to come, like I said.
I have a question for Dr. Mukul. Sir, in your manifesto, you have promised the state to come up with the medical colleges. But during your term as Chief Minister, we have seen you laying a foundation stone for the Shillong Medical College and as well as Tura Medical College. So what is the reason for these medical colleges in the state not seeing the light of the day?
You have
আপনি দেখছেন হাই নিউজ, নির্ভীক নিরপেক্ষ।
সীমান্তে আমাদের জওয়ানরা 24 ঘন্টা ডিউটি করে চলেছেন, যাতে আপনি আর আমি নিশ্চিন্তে শান্তিতে